Here in Las Vegas, I have found one of the Vikings' friends, Neil Reynolds from Sky Sports, one of their presenters, mainly dealing with the NFL. I know you told me a second ago, this is only your second draft. But how have your impressions of Vegas been so far?
I mean, I think it's going to get crazier and crazier as we get closer to draft. It's a bit of a sensory overload for me, so I'm just trying to get used to everything. It's very full on, but excited to be at the draft. The last one I was at, I was just telling you, was Chicago 2016. Jared Goff went number 1 overall, Carson went second, which is kind of a warning to those teams in this draft that you don't always get that long-term success. So yeah, very excited to be here. Traveled to a lot of Super Bowls, missed those the last couple of years because of COVID. So yeah, very much enjoying being back around everything in the NFL.
Yeah, for those of you back at home who may not be familiar with Sky Sports, you covered the NFL all the time, and really the Vikings. You have kind of a soft spot for this team.
I do have a very soft spot for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins was on our Super Bowl show on Sky Sports this year and the year before. I've done stage show tours around the country with John Sullivan, Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Kyle Rudolph. So all the guys. And the Vikings are one of my favorite teams in the NFL. I just think they're good people from top to bottom. I love all 32 equally, but the Vikings just a little bit more.
And there are a lot of new faces on the Vikings. New general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and new head coach Kevin O'Connell. I don't know if you've been able to catch those pressers or kind of, listen to them speak. What are your perceptions of the change?
I just think I'm really excited to see what Kevin O'Connell brings on offense, how he works with Kirk Cousins. The Vikings have an absolute ton of weapons on offense with Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. So how do you get the best out of those guys? That's what I'm excited to see, because Kevin O'Connell is what the NFL's veering towards. That offensive-minded young coach can relate to the players. So it's really exciting times for Minnesota, and very glad that they've still got an eye on marketing themselves in the UK. Hopefully see more Vikings over there and growing that fan base. It's really exciting times.
Right, the Vikings were there in 2013 and 2017. You were able to go to those games.
Yep.
Is there one moment that stuck out to you about the Minnesota's visit?
So there's a couple. In 2013, I hosted a big fan event. They took over Regent Street, which is the centre of London, that was kind of shut down. And I could not believe how many Vikings fans had travelled. It was incredible. Then Adrian Peterson rips off a long run for a touchdown at Wembley Stadium. And then Adam Thielen's knee slide touchdown celebration the second time they won at Twickenham was great. So yeah, they're 2-0. They're well supported. Hope to see them back one day very soon. But I know the team are looking to really market themselves. One of these international teams that has a chance to market themselves in the UK. They're a great fan base, great tradition. What's not to love? Yeah.
Fans always travel really well for the Vikings. However, there is a bit of a contingency in the UK who are Vikings fans. What's that fandom like?
Very, very passionate. Yeah, we have on Sky Sports, we show 5 live games a week. We have Thursday night football, 3 games on Sundays, and Monday night football. And the fans will stay up to watch Sunday night football, which kicks off at 1:30 in the morning. They'll watch Thursday night football, Monday night football. They're very passionate. Very knowledgeable. I've noticed that, of course, when we're at the London games. They cheer in all the same places you would in the US. They boo in all the same places. The same things that excite you and annoy you as a fan in the US, it's the same in the UK. So they are very, very passionate, and they're very deserving of the games we have in London.
We like to call those fans our late night Vikes.
That's
for
it,
a reason.
yeah.
For a reason. But we are here in Vegas, so I have to ask this final question before I let you go, Neil. Where do you think the Vikings go with their 12th pick in that first round?
So I think the offense is, as I said, is very exciting. I think that side of the ball is set. So cornerback, I think corner's a great one. And if you can't get one of the top corners, then edge rusher. This is such a big draft for edge rushers. It's so deep. You can get a difference maker on the edge of the defense. So, as an homage to the old coach who's gone out the door, I think the focus in the first round should be on defense.
Thank you so much, Neil Reynolds of Sky Sports, for joining us today here on Vikings.com.